Before we get to the serious business of the 1 to 24 predictions, let's have some fun. Here are 10 more bold predictions for the 23-24 Championship. 1. 100 million, part 2. Now, 100 million was our first entry in the last bold predictions video, talking about the money that Leicester could possibly bring in from sales this summer. So we're going to use the same number, but we're going to flip the script this time and talk about the spend of the 3 relegated teams. I think we're so far in the 40 to 50 million bracket, but with Leeds now getting involved and a few big assets, all 3 of those clubs still to be sold, could the 3 relegated teams go close to or above 100 million as their combined transfer spend? 2. Happy Easter. Burnley got promoted on Good Friday last season. That's game 1 of the Easter doubleheader. Could we see the trick repeated this season and somebody streak to an Easter promotion? Now, even though the chances are unlikely, it's actually more likely than last season, where the World Cup meant Easter was rounds 40 and 41. They are rounds 41 and 42 this season, meaning that a 13-point gap by Easter Monday will do the trick. It's happening, I tell you. 3. Parachute fail. Now, I know when we sit here and look at the year 1 parachute teams and their squads and their transfer business, yes, it all looks a bit terrifying for everyone else. So let's forecast one of them to completely the bed. Now, we had Norwich in the bottom half last season and West Brom ended up 10th in 22. So look, it could happen. Let's pick a number, let's say 8th, and suggest that one of Leicester, Leeds and Southampton are going to finish outside the top 8. Are you buying that? 4. 30-goal striker. Now, if you take out the complete freak show that was Alex Mitrovic playing for Marco Silva and Fulham in 2022, the only other striker to hit 30 goals in a championship season in a past decade was Ivan Toney. Now, the big boys obviously bring down some big names with them. Gyökeres and Morris are gone from last year's charts, but Akpom still here and Pirro getting linked with a move within the division. Also, what could Ross Stewart do if he actually stayed fit up at Sunderland? Is there a 30-goal striker in there? Let's say yes. 5. VAR. Huge trigger warning for this one. Emotions run high. I'm a fan of VAR. I know a lot of you aren't for one reason or another. We know it's not coming in next season in the Championship, but I'm thinking we're going to get some kind of development. It could be an announcement for the following season or maybe another date further down the line. Could be the playoff semi-final games get it as well as the final. Whatever happens, it's coming. I think we've got to get some kind of step towards full VAR made or announced next season. 6. Birmingham bump. Now, our friends at Birmingham seem very happy at the moment, don't they? New ownership, good looking transfer window so far. Dare I say, some stability there. I think this is going to reflect in people's perception, and we're going to see a bit of a bump in people's 1 to 24 forecasts for Birmingham. Now, look, I'm not fully in dark horse territory. Maybe I will be, who knows? But I think there's going to be a bit of a bump upwards from the normal bottom 6 predictions for Birmingham, and a change of perception is going to happen. 7. Great Scott. Now, we did an England-themed one last time, so let's do another. Now, I don't know where Bristol City's Alex Scott will be as we get towards Euro 24. He will likely be in the Premier League, and if he is there and he's playing regularly, then I think he might actually start to be positioned around that main England squad. Now, I'm not saying he's going to make the tournament squad, but maybe he could be in one of the squads leading up or on the long list for the training camp when they are prepping for Euro 24 that eventually gets whittled down. It seems a banker in the end, so why not next season? 8. Let's be seeing you. We've had plenty of movement in terms of championship ownership. I wonder if next season we'll see the end of Delia Smith's ownership at Norwich. She's been there since 1996. nearly at the 30-year mark, incredibly. Mark Antanasio is slowly building shareholding and influence over at Norwich, so assuming he is going to be the next guy, you'd think Delia is going to pass the torch soon. Why not next season? 9. Rams return. Everybody is talking to me about a competitive championship and a competitive League 2 actually, but has the way opened in League 1 for Derby County to steal a bit of a march? We talked about a bit of disorganisation at some of the relegated teams in previous videos. Barnsley, also, they were playoff final losers. They've lost their manager. Paul Warne at Derby, a master at the level. He's got his first pre-season with the club. Recruitment looks decent. Embargoes and things lifted. It could be that before this championship season's over, Derby's return is confirmed. 10. Penalties. I'm really going to go for the snowflakes today. Not only do I love VR, but I bloody love the playoffs and I love penalty shootouts too. Last season's championship final went all the way to spot kicks, to sudden death in spot kicks. In fact, it was the first time since 2017 the championship final went that way. So let's predict for back-to-back years and boldly forecast that promotion to the Premier League will be decided by another dramatic, tense penalty shootout. There we go, 10 more bold predictions. Get yours in via the comments, and if you want to stick with us, click up here to see the last round of bold predictions and the latest in the Championship transfer market.